my channel. If you are new here, I am Jan. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. So today I got a little cute, y'all. I got a little cute today. I finally took those braids down because honestly, for some reason, I thought I had those braids up for 3 weeks. It was 5. Don't ask me how. I didn't know that, but it was 5 weeks. So I took my braids down and then I just threw my wig on. It's not like glued down and on. I just threw this cute little scarf on. So that's what I did with that, just to run errands or whatever. So I am going to be doing a video today with these JLaRue pigments. I have bought the little stack. I'll include all the information down below. And then I'm going to be using the Cara Beauty palette, the Girl Scout one, just to like use these in conjunction with each other because this palette has all of these colors in it. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use some of this Dickinson's Enhanced Witch Hazel Hydrating Toner. So it just looks like this. It's just some toner. And this is just to get any of my little makeup that I got on off. I only had like inner corner highlight, but sometimes I don't like using a makeup wipe because my face is dirty. So I am going to be using the Juvias Place Primer in the shade 1, and this is just a white eyeshadow base. I really have started liking using white because I feel like it does make my pigments pop. So we definitely gonna keep up with the white. And I seen this trick on Instagram. You want to make sure you put your primer like all out here, so like all on the side. Because I think this eyeshadow look today, it's really gonna be like vibrant and all over the place. So I do want to make sure I'm covering every possible area that I will have shadow in. And yeah, we taking our time with our makeup today. I feel like I make a goal every time I do a makeup look, like what should I focus on? And this one is very elaborate. So I do want to make sure I'm like taking my time. Plus ain't no rush, it's Sunday. All I need to do today is go to the grocery store and get some taco stuff. But I think I'm gonna do that later because I just got back in the house and I forgot to go to the grocery store. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the pigment stack, and I'm gonna start off with yellow and green first. So this does get really messy, y'all. I am not a fan of pigment stacks at all. If it was glitter, it'd be fine, but like, make sure you got something to clean up with because this stuff be everywhere. So I'm gonna start off in the middle of my eye, and I'm just going to tap my eyeshadow in. And I'm only starting off right in the center of the eye because we're gonna do like a little shape and everything. Like, are we? Yeah, we are. And with this pigment, you will have fallout, so I definitely don't recommend doing your face makeup beforehand because you're gonna have this all over your face. And if you do your face makeup beforehand, make sure you put some powder, some translucent powder underneath your eyes. So like literally put it on, and then that way when it does fall out, you can just simply brush it off. But with pigments, it's kind of hard to just brush it off. So keep that in mind. But this is the overall shape that you're going to have first. And I'm just going to do the other eye. Okay, just like that. It almost should look like a little palm tree. I'm going to get a little bit more of the pigment underneath my brow. Like that, like a little palm tree. Okay, now we're gonna go into the green pigment. Like, y'all, it's pigment everywhere. I think I know what I'm gonna do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pack the shadow on first for the green, and then I'm gonna blend it, because trying to use a fluffy brush with this pigment was just not what's up at all. And this does not have to be perfect, because you're going to be doing a lot of cutting out after this. So it definitely does not need to be any type of perfect. I'm going to go back into the neon yellow pigment a little bit. It's still on this brush, so I do want to like extend it downward. That looks so crazy. It looks so crazy right now, y'all, but it's gonna come together. I always say that, and it always comes together. So y'all should start trusting me. Trusting the process. Trusting the process. And I'm just gonna put more yellow down. And then we're gonna blend those two colors together. Yeah, like I don't want it to be like super just like cut. I want those colors to blend. So I'm just gonna touch up the edges. I think that looked pretty good. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my primer base again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a shape. Like, do y'all see how easy that is with a lipstick applicator? And I was just over here struggling with a Q-tip. Them Q-tips be way too big for me. That's exactly how I want this. Yep. And then do the other side the same way. Get that Vaseline. So what I'm going to do is put my lipstick applicator into this makeup wipe and then just kind of use that as a guide, because like I said in my last video, my nails aren't done, so it's kind of hard for me to get my my line super sharp because of that. So me doing this and like pulling it so it could be like super tight, that's gonna help me get in that little spot and make sure everything is removed from that little area. This looks so raw so far, y'all. Oh my god, we did that. Yeah, we did that. Okay, so I need to do the other part. Okay, let me make sure. There. Like, that was just so hard. That was just so hard. Like, you gotta make sure you get it though, so those lines are nice and crisp. I feel like this one is like, whoop, and then this one is like, but that's not nothing. I can always just make the other one the same way. Like, okay, let's continue on with this look. I do have this foundation on my cheek to see if it's gonna match up with my neck once it oxidizes. So we're gonna leave that on there until we get to that step. So I am going to be using some more of that Juvias Place primer. And I'm just going to prime the part that I took off. Just like that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with this inner part. I'm gonna take my time. Oh, God, that was just so nerve-wracking. And I'm looking at this foundation and I'm not really feeling it. It looks like it is too golden. Yeah, it almost looks like it's too golden. Okay, so the next color we're gonna do is blue, right underneath the green. And I'm using the JLaRue pigment in blue. So all the colors so far have been the pigments. So I'm tapping the blue into place, taking my time to not put any of it on top of the green. Just like that. And I do want to make sure the pigment is even, because I see in some spots it's like just sitting on top. So I am trying to make sure that I make sure it's even, especially this little back part right here. It was looking a little patchy. And we are just going to do the same thing to the front. So the last color I'm going to use is purple, and I'm going to put that right underneath the blue. I like that a lot. It almost just looks like, I'm gonna figure out this top part too in a minute. But so far it's looking good. Okay, now we're gonna get our Vaseline again, and another lipstick applicator. That's why I said just buy the bulk pack from Amazon. And we are going to go into that purple. and make her look crispy. I like that. I think I may go over the green just to make sure it is more like pigmented and it's not just like yellow. But for now, we're going to get started on our face. Okay, so we are using that baby skin primer today. And I like to put that on the back of my hand and use like a brush. So this is like my primer brush. And I just tap that into my skin. Okay, and then the foundation I'm going to use is the Superstay. I really like this. Other than the fact that it does oxidize, I like this a lot. So it does get a tad darker as the day goes on, but hey, you can't really beat. It's almost like a knockoff of a good brand, like a more expensive brand, I would say. For my shade, I always do one full pump of the sand color. What is this? So for my shade, I always do one pump of 310 Sun Beige, and then I do like a little drop of honey, and then that's how I come up with this color. Okay, and then today we are using the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer in the color Golden Amber. So I am going to be using the black Opal Foundation Sticks to contour, and I'm thinking one of these will do down here in the darker tones. So I'm just using this little brush that I got from e.l.f. And I'm just putting my contour shade on. You all right? Like this pimple, y'all. This pimple. I always get a pimple like this. Last time it was one over here. Fuck my life. I'm just gonna spray my face with the Make It Last by Milani. And now I'm gonna blend out my concealer. I didn't really like that nose contour. I normally use the LA Girl Pro Concealer to contour, and I use something different today, and I'm not really feeling it, so I kind of went over it with my brush. To make this blend in on the side contour, I always use my foundation brush to just go over that line on the top and on the bottom. So I'm going into the Black Radiance Contour Kit, and I'm going to be contouring with this. So I just use the contour shade and I just kind of put it right over the cream contour I used. Like so, and I'm still looking super dewy. It is kind of warm in here though, so I can't really say that I'm looking dewy. I'm just kind of hot. I'm using the Mercier, I don't know, honey powder. Is it translucent honey? And I'm gonna use one of my little triangle sponges. I haven't used my little triangle sponge in a minute. I'm just going to dab some of that powder in all of the areas that are concealed. And then to brush off the powder, I'm going to be using the Cara Powder Foundation palette. And I like to mix this light color and then like this dark color together. I'm going to be spraying my face with the Morphe Continuous Mist. Ooh. And sometimes I do use my beauty blender to go over this. Today I'm just not, because I'm going to take pictures and take this makeup off anyway. So there's no point. But usually that's what I do to make my makeup last all day and get rid of like that powdery effect. To highlight, I'm using the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in the color, I want to say Golden Flower Crown. Golden Flower Crown. Yep. I'm going to use some of the Juvias Place primer in shade 2. Then I'm just gonna kind of blend that. Yeah, that definitely made it like stand out more. Especially like in here, it definitely made it like you could really see the curves. And then as usual, I like to do my usual lip combo, which is the ColourPop lip liner in the color Control, Morphe liquid lipstick in the color Virgin, and the Milani lip gloss in the color Soft Rose. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay guys, so this is the finished makeup look. I am very satisfied. I haven't did a look like this in a minute, like a hot minute, especially something like so colorful and playful. Okay, but if you did like this look, definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next time.